What's up, though? It's for all the homies and stuff. I'm just recording this third episode here. I'm just thinking back, man. I talked to a lot of cats from the left coast, west coast, and they were telling me about how we all used to rock different gear, like the starters gear, the black on black on black, the monogrammed gear, you feel me, from the mall where we used to go and get the monogram stitching, the Adidas shell toe shoes. We had sweatpants. We had jeans at the time. We had slacks. We had the pullovers, the windbreakers. We had the gear that said Deep in Everett, 495. We had it all, bro. Like, we were all black on black on black with the white and black and gray monogram. So like when you used to peep some of our stuff, some of the stuff we used to wear was like almost subliminal. Like you had to get up close and you're like, oh wow, like I thought it was like all black gear. And it was, but like you look close and it'd be like DIE, Deep in Everett. And you didn't know that because it was like almost 100% black, but like tinged out. You feel that? So I talked to my cat who was in San Antonio, who used to live like 4 houses away from me. And I talked to my homeboy who he was rapping with us back in the day when we brought him in front of the council. And he was a new cat to the organization Criminal Alliance, the legendary West Coast Criminal Alliance. We had a long convo about how I didn't remember, my bad, from how it was when we brought him before the council, how there was a cat who was a long-standing member who was like, nah. And we were like, nah, come on, man. This dude is one of the top rappers, like, out on the street. Like, he's a new dude. And they're like, nah, prove it. And we're like, man, for real. And it wasn't like the new guy that we had didn't have skills. And it's not like the dude that had been with us forever, who was one of the original members, it's not like he didn't believe us. It's just that, he was not even really playing hardball, but he kind of sort of was. It was in between. He was like, okay, well, if this dude is dope, fucking have him prove himself. So we're like, all right, we will. And so he started spitting rhymes, bro. And back then, the double up style was considered exceptional. If you could do some Bone Thugs and Harmony shit, nigga, something whoop-de-whoop, and then I'm spitting this rhyme or something, and nigga, you don't even know. That was back then, bro, considered like elite status. And after my homeboy, my Hispanic homeboy, Mexican American, when he proved himself to the board, because we have meetings, bro. Like, we have board meetings and shit, nigga. We have fucking meetups, some meet and greets. We have actual meetings at different homies' houses and stuff, dog. And it alternates and it moves around. Like, we brought him in front of the council, okay? And cats is either like yay or nay. Like on some real legit shit, like some parliamentary board type shit. Nigga, Robert's Rules of Orders. Like this cat, he got voted in, and the homies were like, man, we want this dude. But there was like one holdout dude who was like, yo, I'm a blue flagger, I'm a Crip, I'm from California, and I live in the Northwest. But man, y'all keep talking about this dude, and we don't even know, man. Like, and I'm like, we're like, what you mean you don't know? Like, this dude is one of the tightest rappers. Like, why you trying to front? And he's like, no, I'm just saying, like, if the nigga got the shit. And we're thinking, well, look, he's a blue flagger like you. And there's other blue flaggers, dog, that are part of our organization at the time. We're all thinking, I'm not a blue flagger, I'm a red flagger. So you got red flaggers and blue flaggers. So the nigga who's at the top of the board, he's like, well, what's up with dude? Like, I don't really think he should be part of the organization. And even his own homies, like sub-organization, were like, shit, you're tripping, man. Sendo is a fucking G. Like, you're really smoking. You gotta really fucking fill this dude out. So Sendo, he presented himself, and he was like, spinning these raps is something EVT, and nigga, I put it down like that. At the end of which, everyone was like, Yeah, no, yeah. Nay, yeah. Dude is with you. Fuck that shit. Absolutely. And I vote on his behalf. And then the dude who was skeptical was like, nah, y'all niggas is right. This dude is fucking legit and he's got my vote. So we voted him in basically unanimously, dog. And that's Rosendo, bro. And subsequent to that, I put out hella raps with him, and so did 495. And he became 495, and he became level 4. And anyway, that's history, like West Coast shit. Because my boy is from California. He and his mother and father had moved up north to the Northwest for a minute, for a hot second. And he joined up with CA, Criminal Alliance, which was the hottest shit out on the block at that time. And fucking he got in with us because honestly, he and I used to be enemies on the streets. But then he and I ended up, unfortunately, at the time, I say unfortunately, at one of these alternative learning schools and shit where we got kicked out of our respective high schools. And just like a day before, we were throwing up fucking rival gang sets at each other on fucking at different buses and shit because we used to have to take the bus in our city because we lived in the metro area. And then we were in a classroom environment situation with each other. And motherfuckers was like seeing each other like, this nigga's in the same classroom with me. What's up now? But then we approached each other and I asked him, I was like, what's up, bro? Because I saw he was writing some shit. And he was like seeing me writing some shit. And I was like, man, let me walk up to this dude. And I was like, man, I've been writing. Are you writing lyrics? And he's like, yeah, I am. What's up? And I was like, well, bro, like on some peace tip shit, are you writing raps? And he was like, hell yeah, I'm writing raps. And I was like, well, let me hear you spit some shit. And he was like, nigga, you ain't hostile, right? And I was like, man, I don't know hostile shit, nigga. This is on some Peachtree shit. And he was like, my name is Sendo, and I spit these raps, nigga, brown, scheme, demon, blah, 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 bam, bam. And I was like blown away. I was like, this dude is hella talented. Like, and since he is hella talented, how did he get kicked out of his respective high school? Like, what did he do? This dude was so talented, bro. Y'all don't even know. At the time, like the fact in the schools that we went to get kicked out, the fact that we got kicked out of our respective high schools, bro, was actually a blessing. When we weren't permanently kicked out of our shit. It's just that, man, the politics at the time and the motherfucking principals at our respective schools, they were basically dick sucking punks, dude. They were asshole motherfuckers. And so he and I and our crews respectively ended up kicking it at these high school, this fucking in between in the city alternative shit, which was stigmatized. We were like, had to go to the alternative school and shit. But we ended up on some Peachtree shit. Like, this nigga was literally in the same classroom as me. But keep in mind, like the movie Straight Outta Compton, this nigga in his Crip set, or they weren't exactly Crips, they were Serranios, but still blue flaggers. They were hitting me up with some dangerous gang signs, dog. Like, fuck you, Bloods, fucking slob, nigga. And they was like, fuck you, slob, fuck you, nigga, fuck your whole gang. And they weren't jokes. Like, they're not bitches, dude. Like, they're not some chumps, dude. These are fucking, you know what I'm saying, Latino niggas, Hispanic, Mexican American niggas that roll with lowriders and they're fucking ganged up, dog. Like, West Coast. Like, they ain't even playing. Shit ain't even fucking funny. Like, these niggas weren't jokes. Like, if you had seen them and they was hitting you up with the same gang signs, nigga, that I saw them hit us up with, you'd be like, okay, we got a problem here. But despite that, man, we ended up at the same alternative school. We had no choice but to piece it up. And like I said, I was mind blown when I looked over one day and I was like, oh, wow, this nigga that was fucking hitting me up with homies, he's in the same classroom. But I noticed when I happened to just randomly get up to walk around the classroom, I happened to walk over his shoulder, not even knowing that it was him. And I saw some lyrics being written. I was like, wait. So I just kind of tapped his shoulder. And I was like, hey, bro. And he was like, what's up? And I was like, yo, bro, chill. I was like, yo, you write rhymes? And he was like, yeah, nigga, you want me to hit you with that with some motherfucking nigga, some gang signs, nigga, that you saw me hitting you with earlier, like in the week? And I was like, nah, man, no, but look, dog, on some P shit, like, I'm cool. Like, I took a couple steps back, like, gee, like, what you do? And he's like, okay, well, man, I'm a rhyme writer, man. And I was like, okay, shit, I write rhymes too. Let me hear what you write. And he's like, what you mean? Like, it ain't on some hostile shit? Like, this ain't some setup shit? And I was like, nah, nigga, I'm trying to be cool with it, though. Like, fuck all the gang shit. Let me just hear you spit the shit that you just wrote on paper that I saw you writing. And he was like, I'm setting the soul stealer. Huh, nigga, the fucking brown skin demon. And I'm kicking these rhymes, niggas, whatever you're scheming. Don't even trip. And I puts it down like this for the EVT. And I'm a motherfucking G. And I was like, okay, bro, look, fuck everything that happened between us before. Water under the bridge. Let's bury the hatchet. Dog, fuck that shit. You need to roll with us. And he was like, are you being serious, dog? And I was like, bro, the shit you just spit to me is way advanced for niggas that I fucks with. I'm not saying they can't do it, but on the one, homie, like the shit you doing, like we might have been enemies for like a month, but and we somehow mysteriously like ended up at the same place. But yo, the universe is telling us, bro, like me and you right now, like you got mad lyrical skills. Plus, he did artwork, design, illustration. He could illustrate characters and everything, which I found out later. And he kept asking me, are you for real, bro? Is this some setup, nigga? You trying to set me up? And I was like, nah, dog, listen. This is some peace treaty shit, bro. And he's like, okay, well then what's up? What can we do with the shit? I was like, man, I want to introduce you to my homies, dude. Some other blue flaggers. Now, I'm a Bloods, nigga. I'm not fucking Sea Dog, dog. Like, you already know that, and that's why you was hitting me up with these crazy Crip and Sereno signs and shit. And he was like, man, would your people actually listen to me? And I was like, look, let me introduce you to my folks, and I'm gonna show you, dog, like how our process works. So I took him. He agreed with this homeboy strapped up. They ain't simps, dog. They ain't suckers. These are Mexican-American fucking homeboys of mine now. And these niggas are not fucking weak. They're not pee-wee gangsters. They ain't bitches. He agreed to come with me to one of our meetings, because we have meetings and shit. We took him to a gang meeting, dog, with the Criminal Alliance from the West Coast. And one of the head honchos at the time was this cat named Loot Money. And Loot Money was the one who introduced me to the organization and brought me in. So I had a subdivision at the time. My subdivision was 495, deep in Everett. There was LC, which was alphanumerically 12-3, which was Lethal Crew. There was Cash Money Mafioso. There was, ICM, which was Inner City Merchants. There were a lot of different divisions. Bloods, Crips, Bloods, a lot of different organizations. So when Rosendo came before the board, we're drinking 40s, we're smoking, we're chilling. You feel that? And, I thought, man, he's a blue flagger. So the nigga who at the top of the board, one of the cats that started and founded the organization, he just going to be cool with it from the gate. But he wasn't, though. And what my homeboy Rosendo reminded me of tonight on the phone, my nigga from the West Coast, he was like, bro, remember when you first introduced me and brought me before the board? And I was like, nah, dog, I really don't. He said, man, at first, I wasn't 100% accepted. I was like, what you mean? He's like, dog, Loot was tripping. And I was like, nigga, no, you what? And he was like, nah, because Loot was grilling me, dog. Like, he was really putting it to me, man. And I was like, nah, dog. And he was like, nah, he was. But when he joggled my memory, he was absolutely 100% correct. At some point, we got 100%. Luke was like, you know what? I heard the homie, and I gotta give him fucking props. And dude, he fucking came through. Zone said the same shit. Tension, by the way, that's Mac Tension before. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's Mac 10, and then there's a homie up north, Mac Tension. We was doing shit when NWA was doing shit. We were up the map, bruh, by the U.S.-Canada border. And this whole information that I'm spitting to y'all, this is in regard to another rap group that is outside the scope of Straight Outta Compton. So that's where we are right now. Word. It's your boy Grove.